Jean-Marc Buchel was born on March 23, 1963, in Nice, France, into a family that had little to no background in sports. Despite this, Buchel's early childhood was filled with a passion for movement and competition. From a young age, he demonstrated an eagerness to participate in any physical activity available to him. Buchel's parents, though not athletic themselves, recognized their son's enthusiasm and encouraged him to explore different sports. By the time Buchel was 12, he was already drawn to running, a natural fit given his speed and energy. After initially dabbling in various sports, Buchel focused solely on athletics and joined a local athletics club in Nice. His early coaches noticed his sprinting potential and quickly redirected his focus to short-distance events, particularly the 100 meters and the 200 meters. At the age of 15, Buchel participated in his first regional championships and won the 100 meters, signaling the start of what would soon become a promising athletic career. Buchel's breakthrough came in 1980 when, at just 17 years old, he competed in the French Junior Championships and placed second in the 100 meters. This impressive result thrust him into the spotlight as one of the top young sprinters in France. The following year, he won the French junior title in the 100 meters, further cementing his potential as one of the country's most exciting emerging athletes. These victories were the beginning of a meteoric rise in French sprinting, and Buchel's name began to be mentioned alongside other notable athletes of the era. Rapid rise and early success. 1981, 1983. In the early years of his career, Jean-Marc Buchel's performances were consistently strong, and he quickly moved from being a talented junior to a competitive senior sprinter. His first major breakthrough came in 1981 when, at the age of 18, he entered the French national championships for the first time and finished in the top 5 in the 100 meters. This performance was an indication that Buchel had the ability to compete with the best sprinters in France, and his rapid improvement continued throughout the next few years. 1982 was another significant year for Buchel. He set a new personal best in the 100 meters with a time of 10.36 seconds, which placed him firmly among the top sprinters in Europe. His performance earned him a spot on the French national team, and he competed at the 1982 European Athletics Championships in Athens. Although he did not win a medal, Buchel advanced to the semi-finals, where he finished in a highly respectable position. His time of 10.32 seconds in the semi-finals confirmed his place among Europe's fastest sprinters. In 1983, Buchel continued his impressive rise. At the French National Championships, he secured his first national title in the 100 meters, defeating a strong field of sprinters to take home the gold. This victory marked Buchel as one of the top sprinters in France and was a key moment in his career. His performance at the 1983 World Athletics Championships in Helsinki, Finland, also brought him attention on the international stage. Although he did not reach the final, Buchel finished strong in the semi-finals, continuing to show that he had the potential to compete at the highest level. Throughout this period, Buchel's performances were marked by his extraordinary speed, impressive technique, and a growing maturity in race strategy. He developed a reputation for being able to perform under pressure, and his ability to deliver when it mattered most made him a fan favorite. However, it was in the years following 1983 that Buchel's career would truly peak. Career peak and breakthrough year, 1984. The year 1984 was a pivotal one in Jean-Marc Buchel's career, as it represented the culmination of years of hard work and dedication. Buchel entered 1984 in peak physical form, and his performances throughout the season confirmed that he was ready for the biggest challenges of his career. At the 1984 French National Championships, Buchel delivered a dominant performance, securing his second consecutive national title in the 100 meters. His victory was achieved with a personal best time of 10.18 seconds, a mark that placed him among the fastest sprinters in Europe and solidified his position as one of France's top athletes. This win was a major boost to his confidence, and it earned him a spot on the French team for the 1984 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles, California. Buchel's performance at the 1984 Olympics marked the peak of his career. As one of the fastest sprinters in the world, he was considered a strong contender in the 100 meters, an event that was set to be one of the most exciting of the games. In the first round of the 100 meters, Buchel powered through the heat with ease, posting a time of 10.20 seconds, which was one of the fastest times of the round. In the semi-finals, Buchel faced some of the best sprinters in the world, including Carl Lewis, the American sprinter who would go on to dominate the event. Buchel ran a near-perfect race, finishing with a time of 10.19 seconds, which earned him a place in the final. The 100 meters final at the 1984 Olympics was one of the most thrilling races in recent memory. Buchel, though relatively young and inexperienced on the world stage, ran a brilliant race. However, the competition was fierce, with Carl Lewis securing the gold medal in an Olympic record time of 9.99 seconds, and Buchel finishing just outside the medal places in fourth, posting a time of 10.14 seconds. While he did not medal, Buchel's performance in the final was a remarkable achievement and firmly established him as one of the fastest sprinters in the world. In addition to his Olympic performance, 1984 was a year of continued success for Buchel. He participated in numerous international competitions, where he consistently finished in the top 3 in the 100 meters. His strong showing at the 1984 Olympics, combined with his consistent performances throughout the season, earned him recognition as one of Europe's leading sprinters. Main achievements. Jean-Marc Buchel's career from 1984 to 1985 was marked by several key achievements that solidified his legacy as one of France's premier sprinters. Some of his main achievements include 1982 European Athletics Championships, Athens, semi-finalist in the 100 meters, marking his debut on the European stage. 1983 French National Championships, won the national title in the 100 meters, establishing himself as one of the top sprinters in France. 1984 French National Championships, secured his second consecutive national title in the 100 meters, with a personal best time of 10.18 seconds. 1984 Summer Olympics, Los Angeles. Finished fourth in the 100 meters final, narrowly missing out on a medal but achieving his career-best Olympic performance. 1984 International competitions. Continued to perform strongly in various international meets, consistently finishing in the top 3 in the 100 meters. These accomplishments highlight Buchel's exceptional talent and his ability to compete at the highest level of the sport. His performance at the 1984 Olympics, in particular, was a career-defining moment that confirmed his place as one of the fastest sprinters of his era. Injuries and challenges, 1985. After the highs of 1984, the following year would prove to be a challenging one for Jean-Marc Buchel. He entered 1985 with high expectations but began to experience issues with his hamstrings, which had plagued him in previous years. These injuries significantly impacted his training and competition schedule, and his performances in the early part of the 1985 season were affected. Despite his physical setbacks, Buchel continued to compete at a high level, though his times began to slow. By mid-1985, it became clear that the toll of intense competition and injuries had begun to hinder his ability to maintain the form he had shown in previous years. These struggles led Buchel to re-evaluate his career. Retirement and final years, 1985. By late 1985, after a season of injuries and physical setbacks, Jean-Marc Buchel made the difficult decision to retire from competitive athletics at the age of 22. Although his career had been relatively short, Buchel had already achieved significant success and had firmly established himself as one of the leading sprinters in Europe. His retirement came at a time when he was still at the peak of his potential. But his body had begun to show signs of wear and tear from years of intense training and competition. After retiring from athletics, Buchel shifted his focus to coaching and mentoring younger sprinters. He used his experience and expertise to help train the next generation of athletes, sharing the lessons he had learned throughout his career. Buchel also remained involved in sports media, offering commentary on major athletics events and contributing to the growth of athletics in France.